Hello and welcome everybody to yet another day for the BOCE, the Battle of Central Europe, Season 3 of course, sponsored by SteelSeries, Vinotech, eBattle, Hitbox, esportsbets.com, dailydota2.com, helping out a little bit as well there. So, lots of people in on this tournament, great prize pool of course as well, $30,000 on the line. First place gets a huge chunk of it, 21,000 to be exact. Second place, 6,000, and third place, 3,000. So if you make it to the top 3, guaranteed money for you, and a pretty hefty sum as well at it. But this is Group D, the first day of it. Every single team has to play each other team twice, and not only in a best of one, a 2-game series. So today, each team is playing one series, and tomorrow the other series is being played. But it's going to be Aftershock Gaming International versus mYinsanity at the moment. Should be a pretty damn excellent game. And although usually we start at 16 CT, these teams specifically requested for this game to be scheduled, and since both are available, here we are. We are of course from HeflaTV, or I am from HeflaTV. I am Coucher, and I'm going to be solo casting just because this early on our Americans are still sleeping and whatnot, plus they're going to take over HeflaTV HB1 later on. But looking at the draft, oh wow, mYinsanity bringing out something way different than usual. Going for a Visage Spirit Breaker first pick. Maybe it's common for them. I do have to admit I have not seen mYinsanity for some time. Have not had the pleasure to cast them. Maybe like a few games here and there for like Join Dota League Season 1 and whatnot, but not too much for sure. So hoping for some great things to happen. Aftershock, they did start with just a 100% standard Razor. Second pick check hero, so going for that slightly push-oriented lineup. These days, Razors build Aghanim Scepter first rather than going for mech, just because mech drains so much of your mana with the 75 mana cost increase for it. You can still go for it of course depending on what lane you're in, and if you have a bottle for example it's gonna help out a little bit, and so on and so forth, but we'll see what they want to go for. Next set of bans though, Throw Ranger banned out by Aftershock as well as a Nature Prophet, so definitely they don't want the Throw Visage combination to be against them. Is a devastating one just because the familiars, they hurt quite a lot by themselves, but with the Precision Aura activated, they can just literally just solo kill people. I mean, Visage can solo kill people even without, or depending on what hero is up against, but with that the familiars would be just even better at split pushing for example. But mYinsanity themselves banning out 2 strong offlaners, Tidehunter as well as the Centaur. I did kind of expect Tidehunter to be just completely picked in the first phase if not banned, but it was left out, but now made sure, or mYinsanity made sure to ban it out. And they go for a Faceless Void and a Witch Doctor. Not too sure how Spirit Breaker comes in, but I guess Spirit Breaker might just be the early... Wow, how are they gonna lane this? I just got completely caught off guard now. Is it like a Spirit Breaker off lane with Faceless Void safe lane together with the Witch Doctor and Visage, or is it an actual tri-lane Spirit Breaker farming up? I don't know, but I sure as hell am interested to see how it's gonna turn out here. But Aftershock having a Vengeful Spirit, some additional push with the Vengeance Aura, nice early damage with the minus armor of Wave of Terror, plus of course Magic Missile. Not the greatest of stuns, but a pretty solid one nonetheless. And not only that, the swap will allow you to maybe defensively swap somebody out of the Faceless Void, just save your cores like that. But now 4th pick, Aftershock. What do they go for? It really depends on whether the Chikiro is a support or not. They do of course still need an offlaner as well. Unfortunately no Tidehunter to pick for them, just to have that counter initiation aspect against the Faceless Void for example. Of course you might not even get to counter initiate if you get caught in the Chronosphere yourself. But that's why you go for Blink Dagger and stay farther back. But Aftershock, well, they have plenty of time left now, and oh, they go for a Slark. A slippery hero, of course. If you get caught in the Chrono, Shadow Dance really doesn't help you in that regard, but other than that, it's not bad against the rest of mYinsanity. They don't just have any means of lockdown to actually get the Slark down. Maybe Spirit Breaker with a clutch charge and just immediate bash to follow as well, something like that. Or maybe like Paralyzing Cask when Slark is exactly next to somebody. But yeah, they don't have like the best of stuns. Chronosphere is going to be their best bet to bring down the Slark. And well, last bans, Necrophos banned out by Aftershock just to be on the safe side that nobody dies without buyback when the Aghanim Scepter comes out. Ancient Apparition banned by mYinsanity. They of course don't have any room for it anymore. They already have their 2 supports. So they don't want to go against Ancient Apparition. It makes sense. That hero is just so hard to play against. Once you get hit by the Ice Blast, you might not be able to fight depending on what hero you are. Witch Doctor's Voodoo Restoration wouldn't be just impactful anymore. And of course, if you activate the Cold Feet on Faceless Void while he's in the Chronosphere, he's gonna have to run away quite a lot, so that's gonna limit the right click damage output, or the time for him to output the damage. But the last pick was the Batrider for mYinsanity, so going for the initiation, and that really means that Spirit Breaker offlane or Spirit Breaker safe lane farm or a tri-lane farm, whether it be aggressive or not. Oh wow, how do they do this? How do Aftershock lane themselves? Depending on if the Jakiro is core or support. I mean, I have seen just Jakiro's pure offlane start with double Ring of Protection. One for the Tranquil Boots, one for the Ring of Passy. So 36 seconds left. And I do have to mention as well that this is the group stage, but no team will fall out. Even if you just finish 4th in your group, you will still be able to get into the playoffs, just into the lower bracket. The lower bracket was supposed to be best of 1, but now it turns out it's going to be a best of 3 instead. A slight change of heart from the tournament admins and whatnot. So even if you do drop straight to the lower bracket, you still have a pretty solid chance, because in best of 1s, anything can happen. In best of 3s, it just kind of evens out. So you should be able to come back. But Earthshaker was the last pick for Aftershock, so it's most likely going to be that Jakiro core. I have to say, Aftershock, I haven't casted them, at least not with this lineup, so I have no idea what hero or what player is playing, what role and so on. For mYinsanity, I guess it's a little bit better, although Mitch? Who the hell is Mitch? Is it Smudge? Smudge is Bunara? I don't know. Got no clue, really. Maybe the chat. I bet there are some mYinsanity fans there, so chat, if you know if this is what it is, Dragon in the Wells, Smai, then let me know, please. Thank you very much. I mean, chat always knows more stuff than the casters, so it's easy for that. But I'm gonna introduce the lineups anyway, as we do have a slight pause by mYinsanity, but we did get this game underway on time, like 30 seconds before even, so I'm happy about that. So those little pauses are not gonna get me down, for sure not. But now, to actually introduce as well, for the dire side, for the first game of the day, for the first series, Kefka playing the Jakiro, leaving Mind Control on the Razor, Seroji on the Earthshaker, Jelopi on the Slark, and the last one will be Magoma on the Vengeful Spirit. But for mYinsanity on the counterpart, the Radiant side, Hatawa playing the Visage, Mitch on the Faceless Void, Grisine on the Witch Doctor, leaving Milan on the Batrider, and the last one will be Lizard on a Spirit Breaker. My god, I cannot believe it's going to be a Spirit Breaker. They must have just something excellent planned with this. I mean, they did pick the Spirit Breaker as the second one, and Visage first as well. I mean, neither of those heroes, I think in like 90% of the games, get picked up in the first phase. I mean, Visage maybe 90% might be a slight over-exaggeration, although I still feel like usually pick up Visage later, like a 3rd and 4th pick. Some teams are like straight off throw Visage, but it might not make up more than 10%. I don't know, man. It's hard to tell, but from the games I've seen, I think my just facts should be true. Okay, go has been given, and yes, we have unpaused, guys, so we're gonna get this game underway. Hopefully, fingers crossed, for nothing else bad happening. They are speaking something which I have no clue what it means, because I speak only English. I can understand some Russian, but most of it I can't. I can understand German if need be. I mean, written German. Well, spoken as well, I guess. Yes, it is! Smai is Bunara. Hells yeah! Woo! Score! I felt like, who is missing? So, Mitch. It's way easier to call him Mitch than Smai or Smudge is Bunara. How do you pronounce it? Is it Smai or is it Smudge? I mean, if you look at it in English, if it's the J, it should be like Smudge. Smai is Punara, Dragon in the Wells. I know the meaning from like the first time I cast in mYinsanity, I think. Or at least I think it means that. Some viewers said it. And hello to Drunk Konuoiga? Drunk Konuoiga, hello to you too, man. I'm not HeflaTV, but I welcome you on behalf of HeflaTV. So, looks like an aggressive tri lane is what mYinsanity were angling at, or are there any kind of dual lanes, or are they just looking to save the rune? And Witch Doctor mid lane, that's gonna happen, guys. So, oh, the charge onto Magoma, oh, poor Vengeful Spirit, this is sticking Apom to slow him down as well, but he got an Invis rune, are you kidding me right now? Oh my, what? I think with a few more right clicks and the soul assumption it would have been an easy kill. No healing salve even on Magoma, but he literally... Okay, Haste Rune might have also been enough to get him out, but it was still like at best 50-50. Haste Rune... I think Haste Rune would have been fine as well, although a few more right clicks and soul assumption could have followed him before he got out of range of those. But now Magoma comes in, scouts things out with the Invis Rune. No sentries of course, so too bad for mYinsanity. And so, even though Vengeful Spirit survived, still took like almost dropped down to half HP. We do have a slight pause once again. No biggie there. Cape Cop will be solo Chikiro against the Faceless Void. Should do rather fine. I mean, Liquid Fire spam is just a crazy thing. Early on it's not that big of a deal, especially since Faceless Void does have 8 tangos plus a healing salve. So it's going to be fine for the early portion, but Chikiro, as he gets more levels, he's going to get a lower cooldown on Liquid Fire, increase the attack speed on it, increase the attack slow as well. So it's just free harass. That's the biggest part about it, I think. That it doesn't cost you any mana, you don't lose anything at all while throwing it out. And well, mid lane, an actual core Witch Doctor. I don't remember when I last saw a core Witch Doctor, so Milan, he's ready at least. Nice manners as well, saying sorry and everything. But man, is he going for straight off Aghanims? There's not the well, I think there's a decent amount of lockdown on Aftershock, so I still think Aghanims first and then go into that BKB. Maybe he wants to go for BKB first. We'll see. I have no idea what itemization he should even go for or what they usually go for. Oh, it's SMA. Smile? Oh. And the first part of Smile? I don't know. I'm just gonna call him Mitch for this game. Or Dragon. I don't know. SMA? It's SMA. God, other languages may be hard. At least, just saying the pronunciation on like chat as letters is also... I mean, I wouldn't be able to do it for like Estonian probably. But now, Lizard. If only he was level 2, no point into Greater Bash. The pounce nicely blocked by Lizard. But they... Wow, never mind, he charged, but it got cancelled. So that was kind of just a waste of mana. He does have 1 clarity, so he's gonna be just fine. Mid lane, Grisine gets 42 points of damage stolen from a level 2 static link. And I don't know which Doctor. He's gonna struggle. I mean, 3 and 0 up against a 7 and 3 already. mYinsanity, they must have some ulterior motive behind this though. They must have some just certain timing in mind, or... I mean, support Spirit Breaker is not too bad to be honest. I've seen it just wreck in a game. I don't remember who was playing who, but it was definitely for the group stage of BOCE, some other group here. But now Mitch, he's trying to harass Kefka as much as he can with the right clicks. Liquid Fire and Dual Breath both of course lower the attack speed as well, so Mitch taking quite a lot, but he's going for the time lock, gets the time lock as well. I don't think he's going to be able to get the kill because Kefka also has boots. And in the meantime I missed first blood. Charge wasn't even necessary, so Battle Rider picks it up. As there was just some harass on the bottom lane, so nice first blood Milan. Gonna get closer to the fast blink dagger. Might even still want to go for a bottle, just to be able to get some more mana back, some health back. Give the bottle to a support, who's gonna go and bottle it up here. In the mid lane now, Zero-G coming in, Grisine. Oh, the Fisher! It blocks him off, yes. There's the Paralyzing Castle wall, a charge coming into mind control, and Grisine, he's gonna escape. Still 70 points of damage stolen, and Lizard, he's out of mana now, no clarities anymore either. So he can't do anything at all. At least Grisine does have his bottle now, I think. No, it just boots. He wants to be able to outrun the Razor, but that means no bottle. Which in return means just not too much mana. He is going for the max Maledict build. So that's what they're aiming at. But I have to say they don't have like the greatest setup for the Maledict even early on. I mean, Spirit Breaker Bash maybe might be enough, but you have to be rather close. Maledict, I think the range got buffed the last patch or a couple of patches ago, but it's still not the just easiest ability to land with a proper stance. Top lane Hatawa, he gets pounced upon. They need a little bit extra damage. There's the Magic Missile, and that's gonna be the kill as well. Chill OP. Dark Pact, not entirely necessary, but just to be on the safe side. So they get the counter kill on this top lane. Of course, Spirit Breaker really hasn't been present there. Still level 1, 4 minutes into the game. And for the aggressive trial lane, it hasn't worked out the greatest. Now we do have a charge onto Kefka. Faceless Void is a level 5, level 2 time walk as well, level 2 time lock. If he goes in at the right time, might be an easy jump, but Jakiro is thinking so far back. Is he expecting the charge to come out? I would expect so, and in never mind, Sirochi not going to get chased down. And there's the time walk, slowing him down. Ice Path, it doesn't come out, a little bit too late, but he's just going to outrun them anyway. TP is even coming in, Ice Path onto Mitch. There's the dual breath as well, Sirochi. Oh no! He came in after the TP though. After the TP mana of 75, he just didn't have enough for a Fissure. With a Fissure onto Mitch, it would have been almost a guaranteed kill just because Time Walk was already in cooldown because he used it to jump on the Jakiro. But Jakiro didn't even lose almost any HP. He has the Tranquil Boots as well. So it's just gonna be fine. So kill score 1-1. Although farm-wise, Aftershock doing quite a lot better, and lots of it has to do just with the mid lane. I mean, 26 and 10 compared to a 11 and 3. I'm not too sure if they were expecting somebody else to be in the mid lane from Aftershock or what's the case, but Witch Doctor, Paralyzing Cast can be annoying, but how much can you do against the Razor, which is so speedy as well? There's the Paralyzing Cast, it can bounce quite nice in Maledict as well, so the timing was perfect from Grisine. Only one creep was there, which meant, of course, all the bounces will go back to the Razor. So he's doing a pretty nice amount of harass even with this, to be honest. But there's a healing salve, a few bottle charges for mind control, so he's just gonna be fine. Grisine still doesn't have his own bottle if he is even gonna go for one now. Having like at least one bottle on your team will be nice. Patrer does have it, so he doesn't need to go for a bottle, and even if nobody had it, it's not like it's mandatory. It's perfectly fine to go run without, maybe go for straight off Arcane Boots or something. But we're now 6 minutes in. Still only 1-1 in the kill score. Milan, although he got the first blood, he hasn't had the just most free time on the top lane. 15 and 5 on him compared to Slark's 20 and 5. And well, of course, Spirit Breaker, he hasn't had anything he hasn't done anything successful so far, and now he might even be in trouble. Kefka, Ice Path will connect. Will the assistance come? Never mind. Earthshaker already backed off. And of course, Lizard, he's pretty damn tanky as well. Even has his Stout Shield to make it even more so. But mind control, he is just dominating the mid lane. 37 and 12 compared to a 15 and 3. Not exactly tripling the last hits, but well, you're close enough to that, so you have to feel happy. Witch Doctor, I mean, it's not like his damage is bad or anything, but maybe he should have thought about starting with Boots immediately instead of Null Talisman. Would have given him a slightly easier time. But of course, Mitch still farming up on the bottom lane. Now more heroes are coming in. They want to go for the gank. They want to get Kefka down. Kefka, I know that name. It's from... Okay, so if you have any Aftershock fans in the chat, if you should happen to have any, and they know like the backstory of Kefka, is it from Final Fantasy, I want to say 6? Was it from 6? It's either 5 and 6. Oh, there's the time walk. They get the slow, the Chronosphere as well. Mitch drops low, but there's the Death Ward popped in, and Fissure comes out, but they stay alive. Kefka wants to turn it around. Ice Path. Well, if he had kept running, I think he would have had a slightly better chance, but nice Death Ward, Chronosphere combination. Faceless Void did drop low, but Fissure, it's only level 1, so not nearly enough damage to get the kill. So they finally get it, but of course they had used the Chronosphere, and even then it wasn't the cleanest of kills. And well, since Slark as well as Razor were farming at the same time, it's not that big of a deal. I mean, Shakiro, he's not really all that farm dependent, just mostly needs the items and that's about it. Or the levels, rather. But there's the Fissure onto Lizard. Can he escape? Purchase a TP. Ice Path is there, but they might find themselves without the TP now. Never mind, Lizard just going for the charge out. Dual breath as well. He's not gonna burn down. They needed at least another Liquid Fire, and even then, it would not have been enough, I think. So nice charge from Lizard. He's gonna escape. Gonna be healed a little bit by Grisine as well. Hudiko for Power Treads. I maybe would have preferred Arcane Boots because you don't have a bottle. You're gonna just lack quite a lot of mana. Visage has tranquil boots as well, so it's not... I don't... There's probably not going to be a single set of arcane boots on their team. I mean, power threads will most likely be the item for Spirit Breaker as well. While in the meantime, Slark has finished up the Hand of Midas, Faceless Void, 200 gold away from his own. So going for that really late game core Faceless Void. And they just... He might just even go for like Midas into Mask of Madness into Aghanim Scepter, or an Aghanim Scepter in any case at some point. Just to have the lower cooldown and be able to combo it up with the Death Ward. Although I guess if you're level 16 it's gonna be 80-second cooldown for both abilities. So maybe the 60 second isn't entirely necessary, but it's still nice, if for nothing else than just to be able to shut down Slark. Even if he is in the Shadow Dance. Or maybe especially if he's in the Shadow Dance. Mitch now, he's gone to the top lane instead on the Faceless Void. Hand of Midas flying out as well. So they got it within like 1 minute apart, Chelopi and the Faceless Void. Not a really big deal. Nice Mitch, come on, eat the creep. Wants to get the big one, wants to get the most XP out of it. And yeah, there he goes, there he eats it. Should be safe on the top lane. Magoma, he's around though. Zerochi, they have vision of this. They're waiting for the stuns. There's the magic missile into pounce as well, Zerochi. Waits with the Fisher and he doesn't throw it out at all. If they had kept him locked down for a little bit longer, cancelled another time walk attempt. If they would have been able to time it so that it cancels it while Faceless Void has already started the animation, that means that he would have had to start the entire animation again, and might have been enough. For top lane, bottom lane rather, they're gonna go for Kepa. The charge comes with Paralyzing Cast, not gonna bounce. A double TP is coming. Mind Control doesn't have any slows, gets blocked a little bit, but there's the Ice Path. They might still have enough, but the Familiars, nice Stone Form, so Mind Control can follow up, although he had a double damage rune. And now, Faceless Void comes to the bottom lane, they smoke up as well, they're gonna have a Chronosphere. Oh god, the turnaround, Blink from Milan gets the lasso onto Mind Control, no Chronosphere even needed, the Death Ward comes out, nice Ice Path to stop it, but Razor, he goes down, there's the Chronosphere, catches Kefka. And Lizard now, Liquid fired up, but he's tanky, Milan blinks onto Kefka, a nice Fisher catches too, but damage has been done, Flame Break, oh god, the Flame Break onto Kefka, Paralyzing Cask now as well, Mitch even got the time lock in. So they get 2 kills, both of them on core heroes as well. Really excellent stuff coming out. Slark, of course, not even joining the fight at all. Not too sure if he would have been able to help, but... Man, this Earthshaker being level 3 now, 11 minutes in, that's just horrible, to be honest. That's bad. It's crippling them quite a lot. I mean, if you look at the early graphs, you can see net worth, it's only 400 difference for mYinsanity's favor. XP though, about 2300, just because Earthshaker, he's lacking so damn much. It's, man, level 3, 11 minutes in. But still, mYinsanity took a pretty damn excellent fight here. Network wise, Slark still number 1, but he's been farming the entire time and pretty much free farm as well, plus a Hand of Midas running. And Mind Control, although he was having great farm in the mid lane, he did just die right now. Yes, Kefka was from Final Fantasy VI. I haven't finished it myself, but never. What did I finish Final Fantasy VI and I have to finish 5? I can't recall. Oh no, I have to finish 6. I'm in the last zone, but since I'm only story oriented, I'm so low level that the just normal random creatures in that zone wipe me with like 2 attacks. So yeah, I'm gonna have to get back to that at some point. And Milan, oh, with the haste rune, finds Kefka, gonna lasso him as far as he possibly can. Mitch is around as well, nice Ice Path. I don't think it's gonna be enough though, he's still burning down, pops down the Macro Pyre, Flame Break. Oh god, is he gonna stay alive? Are you kidding me right now? He is, the Flame Break actually pushed him farther. They're not gonna lose any heroes themselves at least. But that was an opportunity missed for sure. Oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. That wasn't just the greatest, the crispest execution, but Mind Control, he's going to get charged. Lizard, gonna come in, Paralyzing Cast comes in first, gonna bounce back to Mind Control as well, not to the melee creeps. Swap from Magoma, wants to keep Mind Control alive. The Death Ward otherwise might have been enough with the Mana Deck. There's the Soul Assumption, but it's gonna be fine. He could have even bottled up if it was really just necessary, but he stays alive, pops the Bounty Rune, gets some bottle charges as well, although he lost like 70% of his HP there. Maledict, which level? It's level 4 now. So if you do get caught in it, you definitely don't have the space to just take too much damage. The more you take, the more Maledict will do. Now we charge onto Chelopi. Come on, Lizard, you can do it. Your charge is gonna work out. Or Can you get yourself on the KDA board? Doesn't look like it. Gonna have to cancel it once again. They just leapt out before. This observer ward might have spotted out the charge as well. So this game, 4-1. Overall, rather passive, I have to say. Milan, of course, does have the blink dagger. Gonna go home, regen up, and maybe even smoke. Try to go for a gank somewhere. Grisine in the mid lane. Just wants to farm up. Is he going for any items? Nope, nothing coming out at this point in time. Just doesn't have the required farm for it. Whereas Slark, up to 2k gold. Is he going for a blink dagger now? Or does he actually want to go for Shadow Blade? I think blink dagger probably would be better. Just get the blink initiation onto anybody. Maybe even the Battle Rider himself. And once you activate Dark Pact, you should be able to bring him down before he goes for a lasso. Because he's gonna have to wait to lasso for the Dark Pact to end before he lassos. But Slark now does have his blink dagger, and well, Kefka, he gets dragged in again. Mitch, he comes in, even pops the Chronosphere for this. And that's gonna be the kill. Firefly completely on him, level 4. So easy kill. No reaction from Aftershock at all, like literally. Not a single hero tried to TP in. And this might just transition into somewhat of a push. The creep wave isn't that strong, but they have the illusion runes, the familiars as well, and the siege creep. Plus 3 heroes being there. So they're gonna try their damnedest to push. What? Am I missing one hero on the minimap? Oh, Jalopy comes in, the pounce catches Grisine as well, not the illusions. But there's the therefore Shadow Dance activated. Grisine gonna get stunned up as well. They need so little more, but the Maledict. Soul Assumption. Now Hatawa, his damage is being drained by Mind Control. Ice Bath as well. Should be easy kill. He popped the Eye of the Storm. Mitch does backtrack the Plasma Field if it even connected. I don't think it did. But it's only one hero down. Aftershock coming in with all their heroes. And of course showing off the blink as well. Jalopy, he's gonna have to stay a little bit farther back just to get some health back from that Shadow Dance passive. And this is going to be tier 1 as well. I mean, she's Liquid Fire level 4. It's too hard to go up against Jalopy. Oh, pounce. A little bit too late. Now the Flame Break back just to make sure that Jalopy doesn't catch up to Lizard. Although, would he be... I don't think he would even be able to kill Lizard solo at this point. I mean, Spirit Breaker, Stout Shield, 1000 HP. Sounds pretty tanky to me. And Slark, I mean, although both of his spells are maxed out, they don't do the craziest amount of damage still. I mean, Dark Pact, 300 solid, 240 for the pounce. I guess you can get a couple of guaranteed right clicks in as well when the pounce connects and you're leashed. Just can't run away from it. Hatawa resummons the familiars now. Mask of Madness finished in the meantime on the Faceless Void. Slark still farming a little bit better, but Faceless Void just offers more utility for the teamfight. Oh, Mind Control comes in, Lizard. He stops the charge immediately. Minus Armor does catch him. From the backlines, Jalopy is gonna come in. Grisine, no, the pounce onto Milan instead. Well, that's good enough as well. No blink yet for Battle Rider. He has it now. But Shadow Dance activated. Mind Control is going too deep. Plasma Field, no, 8 HP on the Spirit Breaker. Are you kidding me? Death Ward gonna get cancelled immediately by an Ice Bath. But there's the Chronosphere. Will catch 2. Mind Control Razor can't do anything at all. Magoma gonna go down second. Jalopy, oh, he misses the pounce onto Milan this time around. And Zeroji, well, he has the Echo Slam, but no point to pop it. And that's a 3-for-0 exchange. Horrible fight for Aftershock, and can they get Kefka as well? They need some form of slows, anything at all. Grave Chill doesn't get in range. Lizard coming with the charge from God knows where. There's the Time Walk, should be enough. Familiar drop downs as well. And Lizard, he doesn't even make it there, but the charge gonna just refocus onto a creep. And Lizard, he's back, and they might even go for a push on top of this. Too bad they don't have something like a liquid fire themselves or any form of pushing heroes. Their best chance is just Voodoo Restoration people up and stay alive. And that's gonna be the push. Just sustain it through. But the tier 1 down. TP is coming in from A-Shock though. Zeroji might want to go for some sneaky fissures if they weren't on cooldown. And mYinsanity, they've backed off by now. So absolutely nothing at all comes of this. Nice. 9-2 is the kill score. Now, I haven't looked at the crafts for quite some time, but only a 1.5k net worth, 7 kills ahead. It's not that big of a deal, but mYinsanity, 5,000 in XP. That's huge, actually. I mean, just all the cores, getting the levels, even the Witch Doctor, who is going for a Hand of Midas. 18 minutes in, man, no problem at all. 18-minute Midas, best Midas. Milan now. He got Ice Path, but he got far enough away from before that. He's gonna have to back off anyway just to reach up now. But mYinsanity looking good. Late game wise, it's questionable. If you get a good Chronosphere with an Aghanim Scepter, Witch Doctor, you can do a lot of things. I mean, you can just kill everybody. But getting that just perfect Chronosphere every single time is gonna be hard. Spirit Breaker can be rather annoying as well, but he doesn't have any farm. Going for the urn now. Maybe if he went for like a Hand of Midas, he would have the guaranteed farm. Or maybe if they start racking up kills left and right and just get buildings, get the objectives, the towers down, might also help out. Batrider, not the scariest late game. The initiation is scary, and they're probably gonna just have Batrider initiate, have Aftershock try to counter initiate and clump up, and then the Facebook comes in and Milan, he goes in, blinks. Oh, wasn't fast enough. The blink came out from Slark. So they're gonna be safe. Lizard is gonna have to cancel his own charges while Hatawa, he's not even close, neither are his familiars. But it was enough to deter Aftershock from pushing any further. Although even then, the tower down to less than half HP, just Liquid Fire doing its job. Business Boy now has taken the #1 position in farm. I'm gonna go for a Maelstrom as well. Gonna be able to just speed up the farming process even further. Oh, just a second. Oh, Kefka now. Another charge. Lizard, come on, you can do it. He still doesn't have a kill or an assist or a def as well for that matter, but... Oh man, he's been close, but... Oh, there's the charge. Will it be enough? Nether Strike, not used yet. They don't even need it. You'll Scepter from the Jakiro, playing sometime, but they have a Soul Assumption, and that's gonna be the kill. Lizard, oh no! He wanted that kill so bad. Went for the Nether Strike. Now, Cello P. Oh, wow. Is he gonna go down to the Maledict? He just as well might. The charge is coming in as well, and that's a dead Slark. Here, fishy, 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 fishy. Come here, fishy, fishy. So they get the kill on Slark as well, who is usually pretty hard to bring down. But now Mitch, he gets stunned in return. They deny the tower mind control. Going for the static link, but just time walk away. Mitch drops low, but he stays alive. And now, force the forward from Milan. Flame Break, not gonna push Magoma towards themselves. So Venture Spirit is gonna survive. Chronosphere ready for Mitch. He needs +1, I think, to kill off Razor. Not I think, but it's pretty certain. He's still gonna go for it. There's the Chronosphere. The right clicks are coming. Use the Mask of Madness. Doesn't even have enough. He might as well. Milan does help a little bit. There's the mech from Mind Control as well. But the time locks, the Flame Break helping out. And he even might have had enough solo there. Maelstrom finished. Mask of Madness as well. Great attack speed. Time lock maxed. And he's suddenly 1.5k ahead of the Slark already. Although Slark, he was leading the farm for the majority of the game. So far, Crisindo gonna get caught by Chelopi, but just TP's out. That's like here against heroes like Slark, the Bloodseeker, and so on. You just TP out. What can they do? The right answer, not much at all. But Yule Scepter on to Mitch now. He has plenty of HP. Should be able to time walk away. Yeah, time walk into the trees and TP out. Yule Scepter, Ice Path, everything was used already. The Lizard. How do you really? No, never mind. He's gonna cancel the charge. I mean, Chelopi, he was low, and the thing is that he just made it so the Chelopi didn't get the regen from the Shadow Dance in. Because you have vision on him, which means there won't be a Shadow Dance available. So it's a nice, like, semi kind of counter, although Spear Breaker was picked up before the Slark. So you can't say that mYinsanity counter picked or anything. Looking at the graphs, even the net worth now about 6,000 already. XP nearing 10,000. mYinsanity looking extremely comfortable, whereas Aftershock, Slark is farming up, has an ultimate orb as well, 1k on top of that. So most likely he's going for the Eye of Skadi, although it might also be a Linken's just to be on the safe side of things, not to get lassoed that fast. Because if the veteran has to force staff your Linken's before going for the lasso, that should be enough time, that split second time for you to react and pop the Shadow Dance immediately, or the Dark Pact, either or. If you want him to actually use and waste the lasso, you go for Dark Pact. If not, you go for that Shadow Dance instead and just try to turn it around immediately on him. Just pounce him up, have the others follow. If only they had something like an Ancient Apparition that could follow up perfectly with that. But now a 4-man smoke from Aftershock. Are they really going to leave their Slark behind from the fight? Oh, looks like it at the moment. They're trying to go for some sneaky picks. They might get Milan, for example, but Milan, he has Boots of Travels as well. He hasn't died a single time. 2, 0, and 7. Overall, I mean, there are 3 kills on Aftershock, so not too many. Only Hatawa has died, but now Milan, he might be the second hero to die. The 4th kill overall, but oh, he's still outrunning them. They're not going to the right direction. Milan, we waited for the blink. There's the Yule Scepter, Macro Pyre to follow, Dual Breath as well, Ice Path, already cool on Milan. Flame Break, and now he's gonna get Magic Missile. He played it way too cocky. He should have just blinked in immediately to the trees and tried to TPR. Just tried to get anywhere with a Blink Dagger. He just waited around, hoped that he can juke them, and now, Aftershock, they're going for Roshan. Do they have a Medallion of Courage on anybody? No, they don't. But between the familiars, oh, they're minus armor, yeah, never mind. They have a Vengeful Spirit, what am I saying? Minus 6 armor, maxed out Wave of Terror. Another single pointed Vengeance Aura is a little bit peculiar, maybe just have 1 point to do it, value point. But even then, Roshan not gonna go down the fastest. Liquid Fire helps out with their tanking aspect. Chelopi, he can just stop attacking to get some region back as well, or can he? No, they're gonna have to back off. mYinsanity coming in, it might be an easy jump. Yes, Blink pounce onto Hatawa, poor guy. Chronosphere just as he's zoning one. Only catches one though, and they're gonna go for Chelopi now. The charge comes in, nice swap out. And that's the use up to Mitch now, Fetch Void. He's gonna time walk away, Macro Pyre as well, Soul Assumptions. Everybody's still alive, Milan comes in. He's gonna get Chelopi with the lasso, it's gonna be enough. Nice Echo Slam from Zero G though. Mitch is gonna go down, gets the right clicks. He's gonna have to lifesteal a little bit more, not gonna be enough. But there's the Death Ward finally from Grisine. Chelopi, he comes back into the fight. He bought back for this, he got the kill onto the Witch Doctor, but he's gonna have a dieback. Oh no, that was not worth it in this case. Now charge onto Magoma as well. Lizard does hit him. Nether Strike, not even necessary. Soul Assumption, one more right click. Medallion of Courage brought him lower on armor. Now, Razor, he bought back. Got himself that Aghanim Scepter. Gonna go back into the fight. So in the end, they clean up a little bit at least. But that was 3 buybacks from Aftershock. All the cores bought back. They lost so much gold. At least in XP, they just only lose about 900 worth. Or at least mYinsanity get 900 more than Aftershock. So that's not the worst case scenario, but they died. Well, 6 heroes died for them. 6 freaking heroes died. That's unacceptable. Zero G, he's pretty close to his Blink Dagger as well on the Earthshaker, which I would have expected it might even take longer than it is at the moment, just because their team is struggling so hard. And they find Milan, or Milan, well, he just blinked into a pit of death. I don't know what he was expecting there, but Roshan, it's still not down. Familiars trying to scout things out, get the control of the situation. My control, oh, nice double damage rune for him. They even have, of course, the Eye of the Storm activated, but it's gonna wear off soon enough. Familiar, one is down already. They just die so damn fast. The second one, 200 gold to mind control, and they're gonna go for Roshan, and they might even be able to finish it. That's gonna be Earthshaker's Blink Dagger now as well. Ice Path, laid down. Did they have vision of Mitch? I mean, I guess they must have. So that's ages for Chelopi. They finally get something that's actually worth it for them. And now Lizard, he got blocked off. Swap back as well. Yule Stop, Ice Path to follow. No charge away for him. So they get another kill. And that's Mitch coming in. Beautiful chrono. Lands onto 2. Death Ward as well. Kefka, he wanted to come in to try to stop anything, but just ran in. There's Magoma as well. Death Ward killed off 2. Now Chelopi gonna get maledicted up. He's going for a Grisine the heal. I don't think it's gonna be enough. They need some AoE stuns, which they completely lack. Mitch, 4 to time walk away. Hatawa, he gets jumped with the pounce. Milan goes for the lasso, but it's not nearly enough. Flame Break though. Oh, are you kidding me? The familiars, the Flame Break as well as the Firefly, they bring down 2 in the end. Chelopi, he's on the run, but gonna get blinked upon. No escape for you, buddy. Gonna lose your ages. Oh man, Aftershock looked like a good fight in the end. Goddamn horrible. Flame Break immediately onto Chelopi. Time walk forward. They need a few more right clicks to pounce onto Mitch. Never mind, it's gonna end. They're gonna keep on with the vision, and that's gonna be the kill. Mitch picks it up. Mask of Madness, movement speed, the right clicks. And that's a BKB purchased on Mitch now. Finished up completely. Too bad we don't get the entire fight recap, but I'm pretty sure Aftershock kind of lost it. They were behind before this, so they might have gotten quite a lot from those kills that they got anyway. But end result, man, Slark losing the ages and dying again. God, that's just no-go. No-go at all. Mind Control does have the Aghanim Scepter now. Or he had it before when he bought back already. He has Tranquil Boots as well. My god, man. What boots are you running with, Razor? I guess the armor aspect from it is nice against the Death Ward, which is level 3 now. Aghanim Scepter being worked on, and well, as I say that, Aghanim Scepter is being flown out to Grisine at the moment. Oh, the next Chronosphere Death Ward combination is gonna be sick. Of course, the next last time around, it was the perfect position. I mean, Chrono was, let's say, around here. Whereas the Witch Doctor, he was here, put the Death Ward here. There was no way Aftershock, any of their heroes can come and stop this. Unless they run for a Chronosphere, just because they didn't have the necessary blink heroes. If Jakiro had a blink, maybe he would have been able to disrupt it. But man, not happening at all. So Aftershock, they're going for kind of a desperate movement now. Going to smoke up, trying to go... Well, it's not a bad choice, just getting some surprise kills. And then with Jakiro, he's leading the charge like a fearless two-headed dragon should. But just going in solo like that, I guess they maybe want to just bait out a solo Chronosphere and then strike, something along those lines. But what is the battle plan? I mean, I think for Aftershock, for example, it's like, Witch Doctor, get the BKB now and just wreck everybody with your ultimate. Because once you have the BKB, you should be able to survive enough, even through the physical damage that Aftershock has to offer. Maybe if Razor is actually next to him if they have the storm and all of it is focusing on him, it might be enough. But by that time, his Death Ward would have, or will probably do enough damage. Milan, oh, tried to jump Mind Control, but Mind Control, 446 movement speed with those Tranquil Woods. A little bit too much. They're going to disable Lizard. He's gonna, no. God, Lizard. I thought you are absolute man mode. Spirit Breaker, that's what you should do, just with no regard for their lives, go set things up. Of course, this would have been absolute suicide, so I support not going in, to be honest, but it's always nice to see just people charging in head first. If your team is somewhat ready to help, it might even work out. Lizard now, he's gonna find a haste rune. Not like he needs it all that bad, because he has a level 4 charge, 750 movement speed. Haste rune is weak compared to that. But there's another blink in, not to Maguma, but immediate you'll set the Ice Path as well. Jakiro, he's gonna get charged up. Mitch comes in, no Chronosphere, he gets stunned up by the Fisher. These are gonna back off as well. Mind Control, he activated the Eye of the Storm, so they might escape the Chrono. They want Chelopi, but oh, now they cannot go. Ice Path comes out as well. Mitch can't do anything at all. And now Magoma, he's still low. They initiated him, Lizard, he's gonna lose his life first. There's the Echo Slam as well. Mitch had the BKB, he doesn't care. There's the therefore bounces a little bit. Another swap. Nice save onto Mind Control. Kefka, he's on the run now. What so far? It's a 1-for-1. Mitch, time walk forward. Chelopi, 4-stepped out by Kefka. What? He got 4-stepped by somebody, didn't he? I guess it must have been a pounce just. Looked an awful lot like a 4-step there. So he got the pounce out. It is a 2-for-1 in the end as Jakiro loses his life as well. But it's not a horrible fight, to be honest. So Slark survives thanks to the Shadow Dance. Eye of Scout, they finished now. But they still lose it here too. Whoa, no, don't drop frames, no, frames, don't drop. Guys, internet comeback, pounce onto Hatawa now, Chelopi, he goes in, charge onto Chelopi in return. Will Lizard even make it into the fight visit? She goes down in the end, pretty damn tanky with all the cloak, nether cloak, Gravekeeper's cloak. Another pounce onto Grisine, they need some stun, swap back from Magoma. Man, his swaps have done so much, a nice charge, catches to Milan, comes in with the last as well, Grisine still alive somehow, but the Plasma Field will clean him up. But the Familiars take care of Magoma now. Mitch wanted to go for Mind Control, had to back off. Familiars, one will get farmed up. Chelopi wanted to go for another, blinked forward, not gonna get it. But a pretty long drawn out fight. Siroji, he's still around. Fisher onto Mitch. Nope, Familiar drop prevents it. There's the Fisher Mitch, he gets blocked, has a time walk over it. So he's gonna be fine. But looking at the graphs, was it couldn't have been a 2-for-1, right? I think there were more casualties. Or maybe there weren't, but just look at this 5k XP gotten from Aftershock. 1.4, almost 1.5 only from mYinsanity. So about the 3,500 change in gold. 2k change. And oh! Siroji got another Familiar. Blink, enchant totem, right click, easy. To get this tier 2 as well, that's just a lot of gold suddenly going for Aftershock. And Faceless Void, he isn't that far ahead. And although, oh, they're gonna go in. Mitch, do you have your ultimate? Yes, you do. Time walk forward. Chronosphere waiting for it. Gonna get Fuel Stop. Siroji, he's on the run. Blink, not gonna be enough. It didn't come off cooldown in time. So he's just on the run. He still has the Echo Slam, but probably doesn't want to use it. While in the meantime, charge onto Kefka. Ice Path is gonna stop Lizard as well. Beautiful stuff Macro Fire used. Mitch still doesn't want to use his ultimate. Maybe now. Yes, catches 2. Lizard as well, but it doesn't matter. The mech from Mind Control helps out a tiny bit. Now, Boots of Travels from Milan. Magoma gonna get stone formed up. And do we have a lasso Milan? Oh no. Couldn't get close enough to Eraser once again. And just popped his BKB as well. So, waste of a BKB. But 3 heroes down. Only the Chikiro has buyback. And suddenly everything they lost from that one last fight, they gained back. And this might be a tier 3, maybe even Rex, although Rex is going to be definitely harder. Slark finally going to TP back as well. They're going to lose the tier 3. Kefka comes in, but Milan, oh, he gets the lasso. No, Vengeful Spirit to stop it. And there's the death ward as well. Beautiful bounces, nothing can stop it. Chelopi, his Shadow Dance, well, it's not going to cancel the channeling of it, but at least it doesn't hit anybody at the same time. Now Mind Control, he's going to lose his life. Chelopi on the run with the Dark Pack, but the Maledict with the Soul Assumption will bring him down in the end. Mind Control gonna get Lizard, but he dies. Slark buys back as well. Razor has buyback. There's the Leech. The pounce onto Mitch. Is it gonna be enough? Yes, it is. Blink Echo Slam catches at least 2, if not 3. Enchant Totem to follow. Grisine 4-staffed forward. Not Soul Assumption, Paralyzing Cast. Pounce misses from Chelopi. Grisine doesn't have enough mana for a TP though, so he's a goner for sure. Milan gets swapped back. Magic Missile on cooldown still. Seroji. Fisher is available if he wants to use it. No, waiting for it. Milan might even be safe. Hatawa on the run as well. Chelopi should be plenty fast. Blink. Pounce. Star Pact. A few right clicks. The Fisher is there as well. So they get the kills. So Rex saved. And sorry guys for the lag in between, but it should be fine now once again. I did for 4 for free in this fight. Slark bought back as well. XP change though, huge. So we're probably going to see some up and down in the graphs now as it properly updates. But yeah, sorry for dropping some frames in between. Got no clue what happened, but seems to be stable once again. At least fingers crossed for that. Look at the graphs, it's a 14,000 lead. Oh, the blink charge. Not the blink charge, the blink lasso. Swap back as well, use scepter. Activates the BKB, so Milan, he's fine for the time being. Chelopi doesn't connect with any right clicks. He keeps on just dancing from high to low ground. And now Milan blinks away. Milan looks to be safe. Seroji wants to keep on chasing with the blink. Or do all of them want to keep on going for the battle? Sure looks like it, but just forced FTP. And oh, the Fisher gets him as he had like 0.3 seconds left, if not less. So the pounce, the Eye of Skadi. He does die in the end. So Battle Raider down. And that's just gonna buy some extra time for Aftershock, really. Looking at the graphs, it is still a 13,000 net per fleet XP. About 11 as well. So mYinsanity, although they're losing some fights, they're winning most of them, and they just have more farm supports for one already, for example. Plus, of course, one core as well. The Chikiro and Aftershock really hasn't gotten anything. I mean, at some point they might have even just started prioritizing the Earthshake completely, but there is a smoke. Familiars want to scout things out. Hatawa, he's going to be screwed. There's the Macro Fire. Ice Path, no, it doesn't come out. The Familiar drops, prevent the Ice Path. Fisher, too late. Way too late from Seroji. They might get the Familiars in retaliation unless Michi comes in. Chronosphere, he only catches one at the moment. Might get swapped out. They have the swap Mind Control. Yes, the swap is there. BKB from Michi as well. So they're just going to get the Vengeful. It's going to be just as fine. Kefka, he's going to go down. But the Echo Slam caught 2. Lizard and Hatawa both. Seroji, huge jump in. Chelopi comes in to clean up. Now Mitch, he's on the run. So far, oh no, the Ice Path catches Mitch as well. So he's going to go down. Double kill for Chelopi, who came in from behind. Just started to clean up. 5 heroes down. Of course, Battle Raider wasn't even a part of that fight. So mYinsanity maybe went a little bit too deep. One man Chrono at this point just isn't enough. And of course, no Death Ward. Huge sources of damage or lockdown, both of them. And Aftershock, only losing that one guy. Now a tier 2 fell. They can maybe even force a few buybacks, because a single Battle Raider shouldn't be something you should have to be afraid of, really. 5.8k as well on Chelopi. Looking at the current gold, he's the highest, 5.8. 4.4 on Faces Void, so definitely has buyback. But the jump onto Milan, BKB does save him from the pounce. But that's AC also finished on Mind Control now. More minus armor, they might even claim Rex. There aren't enough buybacks, they're not going to defend this, and I can't believe it, Aftershock having been at a deficit of like 10k plus for both graphs, they get the first Rex. And not only the melee, also the ranged as well. Faces Void, what did he just buy up? It's a Crystallis, so he's going for damage. But man, what a fight! Look at the graphs now. What used to be 14,000 is now about 7,000 net worth only. Well, I say only, it's still pretty nice, but XP from 13 to 2000. 11k swing. Oh, Aftershock, just one good fight, and now they're going for Roshan as well. In other ages, into the pockets of the Slark by the looks of it. Maybe give it to the Razor, but Slark, I think it's just gonna be going absolute Rambo mode now. Maybe finish up an Abyssal Blade, or what did they buy up? Yeah, Sacred Relic, so it's gonna be Abyssal Blade for him. Unless it's a straight of Rapier with the ages. I guess there's a small chance of it, but it would be just way too risky. If you get caught in the chrono while you're just trying to solo something, or I don't know, you might lose it twice. So 38 minutes in, Aftershock, they have taken the momentum lead, if nothing else. Although the graphs, I mean, XP is actually 2000 in their favor now. Net worth only 2k difference, which this late into the game means absolutely nothing. So, man, Aftershock, they might even be able to do this. Although Jakiro doesn't really fill his core role at all. Razor as well as the Slark. Although there have been great Echo Slams from Siroji. Last time around as well, he pretty much took care of 2 heroes by himself. And Vengeful Spirit, he's been always there with the clutch swaps. I mean, he's gotten another swap off so many times on the important heroes. They want to go in now, maybe. Milan, oh, whew, nice blink dodge of the Pounce. Exactly at the right time. In the meantime, Familiar is trying to keep the creeps away from the base. Jalopy still wants something. Daedalus in the meantime finished some Fences Wide, which means no buyback. And the only one to have buyback at the moment is the Razor. Everybody else has it either on cooldown or just doesn't have enough gold for it. Lizard charging bottom lane, but he might be charging into free hero Scarecrow. Blink in. You'll set it up. Ice Path, Macropyre as well. Minus armor from the wave of terror. Dual breath. Magic missile. And well, since he charged here, charge was on cooldown. Easy kills for Kefka. The blink just Yule's initiation. You cannot escape it because you're going to be landing into an Ice Path. Milan wants to come in. Can he do anything at all? It's just going to have to blink away as he sees the first person. So, Aftershock. Are they going for another set of frags? I mean, they might as well. They still have the AC, of course. Jalopy has the Aegis and an Abyssal Blade. So why the hell not? A tier 2 goes down, Jakiro. They can even just slowly siege with Slark right-clicking away, plus Jakiro just throwing out the liquid fires and nothing else. Otherwise, they're gonna have to spread out rather thin just to make sure they don't get Chronosphered. There is still the Death Ward Chronosphere combination. Witch Doctor in the meantime did have to go for a Ghost Scepter. So, will delay that BKB, has the Ogre Claw for it at least, but they're gonna jump in, beautiful 2-man chrono onto both the Vengeful and the Razor. They're gonna get the kill on Razor, and that's gonna be huge. Eye of the Storm on cooldown, Magoma. He even got lassoed, so the lasso was a little bit of a waste, but it worked out somehow in the end. Kefka, Ice Path onto Mitch, Jalopy gonna come back, but he gets stunned up. There's the Death Ward as well, gonna bounce through. Oh my god, that first life, he got decimated, the bounces are still going, and it's gonna be a win for them. Jalopy trying to blink out, but not quite far enough. Flame Break pushes him back during the pounce. Dark Pact, he's going to get rid of the Greater Bash, but there's no way to escape. Goes for the Abyssal Blade, another pounce. Ice Path trying to buy some time from Kefka, but Lizard keeps up the vision on Jalopy. No extra movement speed. With the Urn, they keep the blink there disabled, but now the pounce, he gets away from the Flame Break. Now another charge from Lizard. Another Greater Bash disabled by the Dark Pact, but now Lizard, can he push him back? Can he get it? Milan comes in, stops the bounce from Jalopy just at the right time, and they kill off the Slark. 1600 mega kill streak ended by Hatawa's Visage. That was a beautiful fight, and that's the power of the Death Ward, just from high ground to low ground. And now he's gonna soon enough have a BKB. At least now there is a Basher. The Abyssal Blades even finished up on Slark, so he can stop it even through a BKB. But will he be there to kill the Witch Doctor? And that fight was just a little bit sloppy from Aftershock. Losing the Razor immediately, maybe they should have just tried to back off. But the Chronosphere, catching both the Vengeful and the core hero, was just plenty. And now with a Daedalus Faceless Void, of course, does quite a lot of damage himself. Now Macropyre laid down just to defend the mid-racks. It might be just racks for racks, because tier 2s are still standing, unless mYinsanity, do they want to go for GG? They want to force the buyback on Slarkor. Test it out if he even has it. Milander, holy god, he just goes down under the tier 4s. Minus armor coming in from the Eye of the Storm, and now, do they go for more? The Chrono, make BKB, Death Ward as well. They need to stop the Death Ward now. Ice Path does stop it, but Mind Control, he's already dead. He has the buyback. Siroji, he's going to go down to Mitch's right clicks, or is he? No time walk forward. Mitch just wants to get the racks. They want to have an equal raxing, but they cannot. Too many buybacks from Aftershock. There's the Ice Path to fall as well. They're gonna lose the Faces White. He has buyback at least, so it's not that horrible. Siroji gonna go down to the Visage. Grisine gonna even leave behind the Maledic just to be on the safe side. Plasma Field. Can they? Grisine doesn't have enough mana for a TP. Oh no, he's screwed. He's just gonna buy some time. Chelopi finds him. A few right clicks. No paralyzing cask from Grisine even. So they had to buy back on 3, but with that they got 4 kills in return. So it's just perfectly fine, I think. I mean, you defend your melee racks, so you still hold the racks advantage. The mid lane is still gonna be pushing in your favor. And Chelopi now going straight to the bottom lane. He wants to force buybacks. At the moment, Spirit Breaker, the only one alive. Void, he buys back first. No Chronosphere quite yet. Tier 3 down, so they got the 3 buybacks out of mYinsanity as well. So now all the buyback statuses are more or less even for both teams. Only one hero has it for each. And that's Batrider as well as Earthshaker. Earthshaker is going for that either a Hex or Shiva's card. I think Shiva's card might be even better just to get extra armor against the Witch Doctor's Death Ward. Although Hex would be another thing to try to disable the Death Ward with. If only Grisine had a BKB, if only. Looking at the graphs again. About a 4k net fleet for mYinsanity, 6k in XP as well. So the last fights I guess were a little bit better for them than they were for Aftershock, but they didn't get the Rax equilibrium. I don't know, I thought about like equality, but that really doesn't suit here. Now there's a there's a Yule Scepter picked up on a Razor. Well, he's gonna be hasted at least when he's smoked up. He might even be hasted without with the extra movement speed of a Yule Scepter. Aghanim Scepter in the meantime picked up on Spirit Breaker. Gets that AoE damage of the Greater Bash. Decreases the cooldown and cast range increase. But the Yule Scepter is just another thing to stop that Death Ward with. Now Witch Doctor went for a Blink Dagger. He wants to come in at the last moment and then go for it. Just to make sure Aftershock they don't have or they aren't ready to stop it. But going high ground is so hard against Faceless Void. They have to be so careful. But if they can bait out the Witch Doctor ultimate, that's just it might even be the biggest source of damage for mYinsanity really. The bounces are just crushing through heroes. They are trying to build up some armor. Ghost Scepter on Kefka. Not like it will help that much against Death Ward, but I guess Faceless Void right clicks are still scary. Courier just hanging around with a smoke. Maybe they want to push out the mid lane and then smoke suddenly. Go for a sneaky play. Roshan still not up, although it might be in about a minimum of 15 seconds. So with the smoke, can they catch some heroes? And if they can they capitalize on this? Because they're gonna have to push out 2 lanes or just go for straight Ancient. I guess they could go mid lane and get the melee as well, but you need those tier 2s at the side lanes down. Same for Aftershock. The top tier 2 still standing. You would definitely want to be able to kill it because you want to ensure that if you reach the enemy base at any point in the game at all and have free reign in it, you want to be able to just get the supersized melee creeps. You can go for straight Ancient, but it's just that much harder. And they do deny the high ground vision at the moment. Around the Roche pit, and Roshan is gonna respawn in about 10 seconds, probably a little bit less even. Is the Firefly gonna scout it out? No, he leaves the area. Oh no. So they won't know of Roshan's respawn. If they did, not too sure if they would even go to it. Although, if only they have the familiars. So, if they sent the familiars around that area. And if they see Aftershock doing it with Chronosphere ready for Faceless Void, it just might be game if he catches like 3 people and the Death Ward to follow. But in the meantime, Aftershock, Chelopi, he has gone for a Talisman of Evasion for himself, so Butterfly in the making on the Slark. There's a tiny chance that it's going to be Heaven's Halberd as well, but I think Butterfly is just going to be that much better. Get extra agility, extra armor for yourself from the agility. And more attack speed means more Essence Shift. But Roshan is going on now from mYinsanity. Hatawa with the Medallion of Courage makes it so that Roshan is a little bit more vulnerable, and they're gonna get it as well, and that's the 3rd Roshan with the cheese. A-Shock, they are what looked like they slowly were coming in, but double damage on Slark. Do they want to fight this now, even into an Aegis? The charge onto Slark. Slark should be aware of this soon enough. Gonna get pounced to the high ground, but Dark Pact, he's waiting for it. There's the Dark Pact. He should be just fine unless Lizard going for the Nether Strike. Nope, never mind, Shadow Dance. Disjointed. Now Kefka, Hatawa, he's gonna find him, I think. Familiars respawned. Milan, he goes in. He's gonna get the last zone to mind control, but they need to follow up. Immediate swap from Magoma. But he gets stunned up by the familiars. Lizard going for the charge as well. They want to get the kill. 4-step still on cooldown. 2-1 paralyzing cast. There's the nether strike. He gets the 4-step to the high ground, but unfortunately Soul Assumption was already following him. Just a few second cooldown. Few seconds on the 4-step would have made the difference, I think. But it's only one hero down. Not a big deal. mYinsanity, they still have to push out the lanes to actually reach the tier 2s. In the meantime, Hatawa does have a E-Blade. Like, what? Visage E-Blade. I guess you can just use it on the Slark so he can't right-click. Maybe use it on the Razor. Razor still, Eye of the Storm is going to do a decent amount as well, but he had to go for a Yule Scepter. So, he's tanky with the armor for sure. I mean, sitting on 40 with the Assault Cuirass. Yule's going to be nice to throw yourself up, try to save yourself a little bit, or throw up Grisine, who still does not have a BKB. Just because he went for Ghost Scepter and Blink first. Although Blink is all fine. Micropire does come down. Ice Path as well. There's the Fissure. They're just trying to prevent this with all they have. Familiars coming slowly, but Milan, he jumps in. Swap once again. Milan can't do anything. But there's the Chrono catches too. It's only the support, but it might still be enough. Chill up. He blinks in, but can't do anything. Just going to get slowed down for his trouble. Zerfshaker already bought back, and Mitch now, he's just going to go down, but he has the Aegis. He doesn't care all that much. There's the Echo Slam onto Hatawa. They're going to get the Visage, but how much can Mitch do now? There's the Therefore nothing to stop it at the moment. Beautiful bounces through. Ice Path finally comes, but Sirochi, he's going to go down to the Maledict if nothing else. There he goes. 2 heroes down. That was a dieback from the Earthshaker. Mind control bashed up by Mitch as well. Cheese used from Mitch. Did it just get handed to him? I think so. Time walk away. Grisine paralyzing cast. They're trying to escape, but a beautiful double Ice Path. Oh my god. Grisine still alive. Maledict will miss, and Chelope, he's just going to clean up another pounce. They get the kill. They repel mYinsanity, and mYinsanity, they went too deep for the kills, I guess. They didn't even get the melee racks. Once again, tier 2 still standing. All of them are dead. And was it really only one back? Yes, only the Earthshaker bought back. They even had the Aegis and the cheese on mYinsanity. Oh, wow. Just get objectives, guys. Wow. Man. Game is hard. Game is extremely hard, so we did have a small pause. It's fine now. Gem on the ground. Should be in the easy possession of Aftershock here. Did I miss the fight recap or something? I'm pretty sure the last hero like died when the game got paused. Jakiro killing the Faceless Void. But it was probably a huge swing. I mean, we can take a look at the graphs. Maybe they haven't properly updated, maybe they have. So might have not been as huge, but Aftershock being in the enemy base now with only 2 heroes having buyback, that is huge. And that's one buyback coming up, but it doesn't have a Chronosphere for another 6 seconds. Aftershock, I guess they didn't have it timed as precisely. Charge onto Chelope, they still want to keep on going. Are they going to back off at one point? Yes, they are. So not that suicidal at the moment, I guess. Even with the Aghanim Scepter, even with the Spirit Breaker being tanky, he cannot fight the Slark, who has an Abyssal Blade. And of course the Talisman of Evasion, and not only that, Butterfly, he has enough gold for it if he just wants to purchase it up. Although buyback should be a definite priority here. Just because one Chronosphere might otherwise mean the end of the game. And they need that just beautiful Chronosphere Death combinations. They need to be able to get through a couple of core heroes, but as time goes on, more and more heroes will have buyback on Aftershock. So it's just going to be infinitely harder for them to break high ground. In the meantime, it's not like Aftershock are breaking counter high ground, so it's just a little bit of back and forth. Now the graphs update properly. 6k XP net worth lead now for Aftershock once again. XP 3.8k-ish in the favor of mYinsanity. But it's really nothing. When we're 52 minutes in, it could as well just be even. Do we have any surprise items? I mean, after the E-Blade, that is. Don't think anything is finished yet, Earthshaker. I mean, just the buybacks keeping their gold low. They need this BKB on the Witch Doctor. The Ice Paths, Jakiro, he's been doing a pretty good job of just focusing on the Witch Doctor. Disabling his ultimate as soon as he possibly can. Just blink Ice Path in. And Game is hard. Faceless Void is gonna have to solo carry this, but he doesn't have the craziest amount of farm. Looking at the net worth, 26,000 on the Slark, whereas Faceless Void is still sitting in only 17. Even the Razor has more at this point. Although Razor, I mean, Tranquil Boots, Yule Setter, just utility kind of build. Faceless Void in the meantime has a Daedalus. Does he have anything on the courier? Maybe he didn't. No, he does not. At least Jakiro didn't get a proper amount of farm either for Aftershock. If he would be a third farm core, then this just might be GG already, but that's not the case. No hexes, no nothing on the Jakiro. Although he's going for a BKB of his own. Is it the BKB? Is it the Heaven's Halberd maybe? I mean, what's the BKB on Faceless Void? It's down to 5 seconds, so Heaven's Halberd wouldn't be a bad choice even. I mean, BKB, it's not gonna do you much good, I think. Just Death Ward, physical. Chronosphere will catch you anyway. Spirit Breaker, just pretty much physical. The charge, they just go back to the base, defend it. And 54 minutes in. Game is still going strong. There aren't any crazy signs of this game really ending either. Because they keep on fighting, then they buy back, the other one backs off, or the other one gets wiped in return after the buybacks. And well, Roshan gonna be up in a minimum of, or rather, a maximum of 1 minute and 30 seconds. No, minimum of. Yes, minimum. I don't know, I just got confused there for a second. I don't know why exactly, but I got confused as all hell. Oh, there's the Chronosphere. Will catch Jalopy. Can they get this locked up? The swap out. Magoma gonna beat the Sacrificial Lamb, but it's perfect fine. Blink Echoes and will catch 2 Grisin. He's so low. Macropyre was already around. Siroji, he's gonna go down now. Maledict was used. Jalopy, can he bring down Grisin? No Death Ward used yet. Lizard drops low as well. Jalopy, he's gonna go forward. Ice Path will catch Mitch at least. Hatawa still alive, but there's the pounce. They're going for the Death Ward. They need to cancel it with anything. Everything was on cooldown. Grisin, he did stop it himself. Buyback on the Spirit Breaker, but Aftershock, they don't get like almost any kills. Lots of heroes dropped low, but none of them was actually finished off. So I'd say 2-for-1 fight. Not too bad. I mean, Spirit Breaker having to buy back, but you can accept that fact. Okay, so I'm gonna have to download a new GIF later on as well. We got an additional sponsor, or just a name we have to mention, coming out to this nice GIF here. Slideshow, however you want to call it. So we're gonna have another one for the next game. Hell yeah! In the meantime, 4k gold on Jalopy, has the butterfly as well. And to be honest, even if they had not swapped him out, mYinsanity might have not been able to kill him even. These days, Chronosphere does not remove evasion, if I remember the patch notes correctly. So butterfly is just fine. Or it never used removed evasion, I think it was. I don't know, patch notes get me confused at times. Siroji is still going for the Shiva Scar, but he's been dying almost every single fight. 4.5k gold on mind control, and they have free buybacks, so they have the liberty to just go on the aggressive, take the initiative for themselves and just get the jump onto mYinsanity. If they bring down Grisin immediately before Mitch just gets the Chronosphere therefore combination, it just might be a fight. The Echo Slams have still been pretty great. Swaps as well. Although the last swap, maybe you could have waited a little bit longer. Although better safe than sorry. And now they're gonna blink in aggressively. Grisin going for the TP out, but the Chronosphere will catch 2. But they can't follow up just because Grisin, he's being focused by KFK. Lizard jumps in. Another strike as well. Everybody's still alive. Magoma forced it forward. Mitch, is he gonna go down? Nope. Time walks away. Hatawa, he's in some trouble as Grisin. He's dropping low. There's the Echo Slam, catches 2. They need a little bit more. The Voodoo Restoration keeps them alive. And in the meantime, they clean off Jakiro. There's the Death Ward, only for a second. Cancelled immediately by Yule Scepter, but Siroji loses his life. Mind control. He's in some trouble as well. And Slark, he's too lower. Well, he should have blinked in way earlier. Just go with the Shadow Dance, but he's holding on to it. He wants to clean up, and he might be able to do so. Faceless Void already did, as is the Spirit Breaker. Now there's the Shadow Dance. Dark Pact, Pounce, Hatawa. Gonna get slowed down. E-Blade on himself. No right clicks will connect at this point in time. Another Dark Pact. Oh no, never mind Kefka. He bought back on the Shakiro Yule Scepter as well. Ice Path. Blink on Jalopy, Pounce to follow, and that's gonna be the death of Milan. Only one buyback, the Witch Doctor, the only one. But can he defend solo? I have my doubts. He does buyback. Now, oh never mind, more heroes have buyback. It just cooled off from them, or they just got enough gold. But lucky timing for this. Glyph comes out as well, faces white. He can buy back if need be. Milan, do you have your ultimate? Yes, he does. Tower drops low, but they're gonna back off Kefka. He wants to stay around. Blinks out. Maybe a little bit too late. Might still get chased down. Flame break. Never mind. They're not gonna keep on going. So more buybacks on cooldown. We need more buybacks. More buybacks. Just really crazy fights. 51 to 33. mYinsanity is still holding the kill lead. But net worth lead. About 9,000 for Aftershock. XP. 14,000 for mYinsanity. And it's gonna be Roshan number 4. A rather short respawn timer once again, it looks like. Minus armor comes through. Gem on the ground. Somebody else pick it up. And easy Roshan. Jalopy up to 8.5k gold. What? Does anybody else have a crazy amount? Nope, only him. Literally only the Slark. Hand of Midas. Oh, but Michi goes in. Beautiful Chronosphere with the Death Ward from the high ground. Ice Path cancels once again though. It's just not enough. Swap back from Magoma. Mech keeps even Magoma alive. And Mitch, he's dropping so damn low. Is he gonna go down? Yes, he is. But he got the Aegis for himself. So it was also an Aegis snatch. Now Christian, he's gonna lose his life to Siroji. But Mitch, beautiful Ice Path was waiting for him. He's gonna have to time walk away. TP, he doesn't carry a TP. He is stuck. He can't go anywhere. And he's gonna go down. There's no buyback on him anymore. None for Grizine either. Jalopy, you don't want to keep chasing, or do you? He might get the kill. Abyssal Blade as well. Dark Pact. Nope, the cheese is there. Milan, he's fine for now. But that's another cheese, and the age is already used for them. It was a really nice jump into the Roche Pit like that. But Witch Doctor not having the BKB is just completely screwing them over. You're running a core Witch Doctor who does not have BKB at this point. He sold his Hand of Midas a little bit too soon maybe as well. Could have kept getting more value out of it, or I don't know what he did with his Hand of Midas or when he did it. But I haven't seen it for quite some time. So just not having the BKB. If he had the BKB in that fight, it would have been completely different, or in any other fight almost for that matter. The only thing through BKB would be the just bash from Slark. Who's going for a BKB now to be on the safe side? Don't know how necessary it is, but just, oh yeah, they're gonna go blinking. Yule Scepter, Ice Path to follow as well, and this is gonna be kill onto the Visage. Macropyre was waiting Fisher to make sure it doesn't get into the base. It's double racks down. They're gonna go for tier 4s next. Buyback from Visage, but he can't do anything, and I think this is GG. A-Shock, Aftershock, they actually win game number 1, mYinsanity. Oh man, this must be crippling. Look at the lead that they had. Look at the lead. Just all downhill. So guys, this is gonna be it for game number 1. Aftershock take the 1 game lead in this 2 game series. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching this awesome game. If you did enjoy the game as well as the casting, be sure to follow HeflaTV for more content, because we're gonna be streaming a hell of a lot, even more than in the past most likely. You can follow us on our Facebook and Twitter. Both of them are HeflaTV. The links are also below the stream if you're interested. Just follow us there to get the updates on us. And also, if you like me, it's @Coucher on Twitter, Twitch, as well as Facebook. So you can check it out. But for now, we're gonna head into game number 2. So stick around, don't go anywhere. We're gonna be back in just a couple of minutes.